You're here 24/7. I just told you. Come on. Got a good one. Everybody knows what it's about. I'm calling it Debatin Hatin. All right. I got a bunch of things to go along here. I've got a stack of very important papers and notebooks for things and stuff. And can't forget this one, Because we're definitely living in a freaking amusement park, aren't we? Everybody ready for the ride? I got the glasses in case there's any bright ideas. Maybe somebody might be shining tonight. I don't know. Let's go ahead and move right on into it. You're probably not going to hear the debate too much. You're more going to hear me, ladies and gents. Okay? So, moving right along. We're going to go by Fox News, since Fox had the mediator. That was a joke. That was definitely a joke. Alright, so let's spotlight this one here. And we're going to get right into it. Okay. So here's this guy, and he's like, a freaking nerd and stuff. So he's going to come in here, and this nerd, he's going to go ahead and keep apart one of the biggest personalities from pouncing on this retarded seal cub. Okay? So hey, let's check this out. Get right on into it.
And the Democratic nominee.
So they wheel this guy out on stage here. And this is pretty good. All right, they wheel him on out. Everybody stands up. Here's the man. Yeah, POTUS. That's the man, baby. Woo! All right. Yes, keep your arms and legs inside of the ride at all times, ladies and gents. Here we go. Okay. So they come out and they introduce each other. They're like, oh, hey, we know who this guy is. Let's make sure that this guy actually is who he's saying that he is. And I'm a freaking geek, but, I'll just try to do my best. So he goes ahead and he moves on. He says, hey, I got a question for you. Question number one. This isn't even a question. It's not even debate worthy, this question, guys. I mean, seriously here. This has nothing to do with the debate. Okay? This is just media bullshit that they've been talking about for weeks, all right? So, let's see. He followed constitutional law. I mean, that's what the president did by naming the successor, right? Just like every other POTUS before him. And when Trump points this out here, you'll see this smug little smirk on Biden's face like, what the fuck is so funny? What, that the president did his fucking job? This is what's funny to you? Yep. Okay. So Trump goes on to shut him down real quick. He starts quoting RBG herself that the power is in place decide. And Joe's all shut down. He gets a little, oh no, I can't talk. Here he comes. I can't talk. He gets dumbfounded, like, I was about to say something about RBG. But, Trump says that Joe's going to lose 100,000 people's health care plans. Joe states he wants to reinstate Obamacare mandates, and this is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous because let me tell you, I sold insurance. There's a lot of people out there that know me, and they're probably looking, and they sell insurance. So they know exactly how this crap works, okay? The Affordable Care Act is totally constitutional. In fact, let me explain real quick for some people that might not get it. Trump Care and Obamacare, they're both the Affordable Care Act. Obamacare says you must have it. You get penalized if you don't. Trump did away with that mandate. That's the difference between Trump Care and Obamacare. It's the same thing, just no mandate. Okay, pretty easy to explain there. So Trump calls his lie on all this bullshit that he's talking about. And then Joe, he hits on the COVID topic, way from left field. He's talking about 308 million in healthcare, they died. Trump points out, listen, this is bullshit. He starts pointing out, your numbers are all fixed. And they get into this open discussion here. Okay, and it's not even open discussion because, like I said, this wasn't even a real question. Okay, so moving right along, I don't even think Joe knows what's going on. Okay, he doesn't know what's on the ballot. Trump points out he doesn't know Amy's stance on Roe versus Wade, and this is like a big topic here. So how can you even speculate on how the woman's going to vote? You're a moron, man. Hey, keep your arms inside of the ride at all times, please. Please. So here we go. Talking about 18 state attorney generals overturned Obamacare, the Affordable Care Act. You know, it's a great plan. No, the Obamacare was bullshit. Obamacare was the mandates, as I just explained. That's what he goes on to explain here. The moderator, he's a lying son of a bitch. I think there's at one point, you couldn't just see the guilt in this guy's face, okay? Here we go. Look at this lying son of a bitch. Okay? Hang on. Look at my little hand. I do something with my hand. I'm not sure what to do with my hand. He looks like T-Rex with his little hands. So Trump points out his farmer cuts, the first guy in 47 years to do it. And he cut insulin, and Trump says it's like water. It's like water. You know how affordable water is? Water, it falls out of the fucking sky, people. It's flowing in rivers. I live right by the ocean. You got a tap in your house? Is there a hose outside? It's pretty easy to come across water. It's like water now, he says. All right? So everybody understand. My man is not playing. He's just pointing out all the great things that he's done. The reason for him having 3 Nobel Peace Prizes. Come on, nominations. So Joe, he goes ahead and he starts aligning himself to Bernie, and Trump points out that he didn't really beat Bernie by that much. You really didn't stand on all 3 legs there, Joe. And now Joe, he's saying everyone he knows is a liar. Joe loses the left. Trump goes right into it. You lost the left. You're a freaking moron. I believe that's right about here in the video. He says, you just lost the left. Okay, you lost them. You lost all you little left guys. Look at you. Do you see the size of my hands? My hands are huge. Yeah, I know I got little hands. My name's Joe. Look at my hands. I've got some hands. Yeah, but you guys, you don't have fucking hands like this. Look at these fucking hands, bro. I build shit with these fucking hands. I'll smack the shit out of somebody who tries to tear my crap down with this hand right here. I don't even need both hands. You guys you need both hands. I got one hand. I'll smack the crap out of you, your wife's ass, whatever. Goodbye. Sit down, you little dick. Bye. Okay. So you can see it's clearly what he's saying with his hands. Now, Joe, he goes on to trying to defend Obamacare. He's like, hey, Obamacare's good. He keeps jumping back into this freaking arena here. Like I said, I sell insurance. I'm a 401, a licensed healthcare worker. I can go ahead and go on the website and sell it to you. I'll call you up. That's what I do for a couple of open enrollments now. I'm that guy. Yeah, I understand healthcare very, very much in depth, man. Like this guy, Joe, he's a fucking idiot. So Joe denies the power of Trump's executive orders, all right? And he says that they're not working. They're in effect, and they're working. And guess what? They were signed by his big fucking hand. Okay, so we're going on. Now, if the Senate go ahead and accept Barrett, will Joe support the filibuster? Joe the Flex, 47 years. You done nothing, Joe. Nothing. That's what Trump goes on to say. Okay, boom, here he is. Joe, hey, buddy. You have done literally nothing. Zero. Look, read my lips. Nothing. Look at my hand. I'm chopping the wood. The wood, it's constantly being chopped with my big fucking axe hands. You don't chop shit. You're down there in the basement. You're fucking hiding from everybody, bro. Where are you? Look, Joe, shut up. Right? The guy's great. So, they're going on, talking about vaccines. They pushed this through in months. It used to take years. Listen, Biden. Listen, sir. I made it happen. I cut big farmers' throats. They don't like me. Joe slings some unrelated numbers. The president didn't even panic, okay? People. That's his job. Of course he didn't panic. Like this guy, he's talking about, the The president didn't want to panic the American people. Yeah, thank you, Mr. President. What president gets on TV and goes, "We're fucked"? Ah, you're a fucking moron if you do that. No, of course you don't want to panic the American people. Come on. And of course you're going to downplay something that's being upplayed. All right? You all know the fucking numbers are skewed and all this bullshit. So that's just rhetoric at best. At best. All right? Now, he starts calling Joe a xenophobic, and Joe's like, "Oh, he's out on his golf courses," and he's like, "Bro, you probably played more golf than me. You know, like, what are you talking about? Get out of here." All right. Now, in the beginning, they were on my side. This is what Trump goes on to say. Right? All the Democrats in the beginning of the pandemic, they were all on Trump's side. Right? Because Trump looking like he was going along with the narrative. So Trump says they were all on my side. Okay? Then he didn't follow the narrative. Joe says he knows how to get the job done. He knows the job. Okay? Well, how do you know the job? We were rolling with the punches here. You know the job. Well, you had insider's information. You had some background knowledge on this. What's the job, Joe? Because you had the second seat to the job and you didn't fucking do your job. You've had a seat that has a job for 47 years of your career and you haven't done anything in that fucking job. Okay? So what job is it that he fucking knows? What job is it that he's doing? You know what his job is? To skim money as much as he can from the American people and pad it right into his fucking pocket because he's got a little skinny ass. It's bony. It's a bony ass. And he's probably got a wooden chair, a bench that he sits on. So he needs cushion. So he rapes the people of their money. That's his job. He's raping the people. He's shoving it in his pocket to cushion his ass. That's his fucking job. Goodbye. Get the fuck out of here, right? Go back to the golf course. All right. So Joe plays the death emotions and says, "I trust the scientists." Do we know what scientists he's talking about? Because all of the scientists and the doctors are saying that it's a fucking hoax. And Trump even points out, your man Fauci said that masks were bullshit. So what scientists are you trusting? The scientist you sound like you're trusting, sir, would be who? Bill Gates. Again, raping people for money and patting their bony little asses. Get the fuck out of here, Joe. Come on. So listen, big pharma's all about politics, okay? Trump cuts it. He gets everything done quicker. The vaxxers are going through. All right. Joe slips up with some Harris statement. He's trying to back himself with a statement made by Harris, which goes straight against what he's saying. Harris actually went ahead with what the doctors and the scientists were saying of downplaying it. Okay, so the guy is just tripping himself up every step of the way, and you can see President Trump, he is just holding his own. All right. Now they're talking about how great the economy was. Trump built the greatest economy ever. All right. He's opening schools and business. The moderator cuts him off immediately when he starts talking about the economy he built, right? He's opening schools and businesses. And then Trump goes ahead. He drops the Pelosi and Schumer bomb, I believe it's right around here, okay? And Joe, he wants to shut it down. He wants to shut the entire freaking country down. This is not even a joke. He wants to go ahead and just totally decimate our businesses, just drop the bottom out of everything. Go sit at home for another 6 months while the rest of our economy dies and our businesses die. And global conglomerates like fucking Scuzzmart and Crap Mart, they keep building bigger and bigger. Mom and dad are collapsing left and right. Okay? But it's okay. Scuzzmart, the stock is up. It's better than ever. It's bigger. There's no way we can fail. We just murdered our competition. Thank you, Mr. Biden, for murdering our small little helpless competition. Okay, the lifeblood of the American economy, the backbone of freedom. Thank you for ripping that out, sir. If this man gets his hands on the country, you think he's not going to just throw it down to the ground and stomp it in? It's what he says he wants to do. I'm going to close it all back up. Trump says, shut up. Okay? Trump, he triples down. The moderator has to come through. He starts shutting up Trump. He's like, Mr. President, come on. You got to let him talk, Mr. President. Right? Oh, my hands. I don't know what to do with my hands anymore. My freaking hands. Oh, I just kind of have them here. Oh, 2 hands, just hands. Guy, listen. So Trump, he goes ahead and he goes into the triple down. The moderator tries shutting him up. And what? The waiters have the schmutz he's talking about. You know, Joe's like, the waiters, they got the schmutz. The restaurants are open. They all have masks. Trump doesn't wear a fucking mask. Trump says Biden's mask. It's like a 20 fucking foot tall mask the guy's walking around with on his face like it's a fucking billboard, okay? You look like a freaking idiot. And then, you know, he's head of the CDC, and Trump says Fauci said the opposite, buddy. Fauci said the opposite. So they're going back and forth. It's getting out of hand. It's going crazy, right? People want to hear what I have to say. Trump's on it. 25,000, 30,000 people are at the airports when I'm stepping off the plane. What are you stepping off to? An empty airfield? And you wave. You wave to nobody, Joe. Was there somebody there? Did you see somebody there, Joe? Are you hallucinating? Has the dementia set in that bad? Okay. So now Joe, he's all fucking stuck up. There's numbers and statistics. You got to understand. I mean, we have to concentrate on the numbers here, you know. And Joe, this is Trump now. Joe, hey, buddy, suck my dick, okay? This is what Trump starts saying. He's like, listen, suck my penis, okay, Joe? Get on your freaking little knobby knees. Get off your bum ass that you cushioned up with raping the American people for money, okay? And get on your little knobby knees and suck my tremendous dick, buddy, okay? And then he thinks, he says, wait, you know, I don't want this guy to suck my dick, because wait, my supermodel fucking wife does that for me, Joe. Do you know that? Do you know my Melania? She'll do that for me, buddy. Okay? So Trump's like, yeah, suck my dick. And Joe's going, oh, blah, blah, blah. I'm a fucking bitch. And the moderator, he gets into it. He's like, hey, listen, guys, I'm still here. You know, Trump's like, shut the fuck up. We're moving on. All right. And then the moderator, he asks some dumb fucking question. All right. Then Trump goes fucking ballistic. This is great when Trump goes fucking ballistic after this question. I loved it. All right. He's all like, listen, bro, I take shits. Okay. I take shits every single morning that are more important than you or the irrelevant bullshit of your question. Hey, guy, let me ask you again. Have you seen my penis? No, it's huge. Ask my supermodel wife that speaks 5 languages, okay, and shits out pretty little poop turds that are better looking than Bette fucking Midler, okay? Why don't we talk about that, huh? Yeah, so Trump's really on some rhetoric now. He tells this guy just to, let's move it on. So next off, Joe starts wailing off, and he stutters. He's like, dick, 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 wah. And then names some towns in America, if he even got them right. He's like, Cleveland, that's where we are, right? He tries to say something, and then Trump's dick literally just falls out of his fucking pants, and it trips Joe up. The moderator's like, oh my God, let me tuck that back in your freaking pants for you there, Mr. POTUS. You know, and then Joe's crying a river. He's never seen something so big, so he starts crying this river right out of his eyes, okay? But you know, Joe, he's not too quick of a guy, and he takes a nice, slow canoe ride up that fucking river, all right? And he's like, oh, schools, why are schools open? Money and stuff. Well, shut the fuck up. I lost this point, dude. I mean, I totally lost this, but hang on. That's right. He wants to shut everything down. That's his freaking point, right? You know? So, hey, moderator, tell this guy to shut the fuck up. So the moderator, he's like, hey, shut the fuck up, Joe. And then Trump's like, yeah, Joe, shut the fuck up. I'm motherfucking POTUS, okay? I brought back Football, bitch. Ask Ohio if you don't know. Football, baby. America's going crazy. Fucking somebody's head exploded somewhere in the middle of fucking Kansas, I'm sure. Once Trump said football, okay? Then this dumbass lying little actor, he starts asking, hey, Trump, with the tax and you only paid so little. And Trump's like, oh, God, here it comes. What's the question? He's like, what's your accountant's number? Because that motherfucker's a whiz. And Trump's like, yeah, I fucking know, dude. That's why I hired him. I have him over to my house for Christmas. He's a great guy. Great guy. Tremendous friend of mine. He likes the Harvard beats. My wife always makes him the Harvard beats, okay? So now the moderator's getting on Trump's side. He's like, this is great. I've never seen a penis that large, Mr. President. I mean, that's just amazing. And now Joe's like, oh, no, you can't go over there. And Trump's like, mills, bitch. Motherfucking millions, baby. You don't even make mills. I pay mills in taxes, motherfucker. How do you think I'm making this shit happen? I can't wait for myself to go ahead and have to pay millions of dollars in taxes. If I had to pay millions of dollars in taxes, think how much money I'm making. So Trump's like, yeah, bitch, I pay fucking mills in taxes. Wait until that statement comes out. Oh, you want a piece of paper that says something? Hang on, let me jump on my fucking computer, okay, and print one out for you, Joe, because that's about anything that you got is fucking worth right about now. It's printed up on the computer, or no, hang on, it's not. It's held up in the fucking teleprompter right there in the background. Right there in the background, okay? Then I remember, Biden's there. Totally forgot that Biden was even here. Trump was just driving it home. So there he is with some more stupid shit about blah, blah, advantage. Bitch, you pay China, you motherfucker. So Trump steps on Joe's balls, right? And he says directly, look at these tiny little things. These tiny little peas. Okay? And the moderator starts laughing. He's like, they're fucking tiny. You're absolutely correct. What are you going to do with those tiny little balls? They're not even attached to a fucking string, man. Come on. And then he goes back to taxes. Trillions and millions. And Joe's quoting Wall Street, dude. What? You're quoting fucking Wall Street? Are you kidding me? So this is your plan. To align with the fucking bad guys that are going to drag us out of the whole thing that they dug us into? I mean, respectfully, sir, we're talking taxes, but what the fuck is Joe saying about, well, okay, here we go. The guy's a moron. All right, let's move on, sir. Let's move on. You got to keep up. So now we're talking about Obama's final 3 years, more jobs we created than your first 3. And Trump's like, dude, listen, I brought in more of a fucking flow in this country than any dam you could even conceive would hold up. You put a dam on the entire world, and we're so booming, Joe. All right, so then Joe starts saying, oh, they blew it. I lost it, man. All of a sudden, my mind wanders, and I'm thinking, Joe blew it. Kind of like that party at the White House with like hot dogs and pizza, right? I bet he blew something there, too. And my memory is all, hey, you remember Obama at that baseball Little League game eating a hot dog while his husband Michael's in the background? And they even got the picture. Michael's like, oh my God, no, he didn't. Yeah, you little guy did suck that hot dog down. He got the foot long right down his throat in front of all the kids, and they caught it on camera, and we're like, the president loves hot dogs. You're a fucking moron. Oh, yeah, so at this point, now I'm pretty much just fucking white. I'm like, man, I need to refill my beer. I need a damn binger. So off I go. I'm chilling. I'm over there getting something wet for the mouth. I'm like, oh, yeah. Rip my fucking binger. And this is what happens. I'm actually interrupted by how Trump's interruption, and he's being totally interrupted into some eruptions of KKK. And the second point gets brought up. Now this is amazing. This is really funny, the point that gets brought up. This dude, Floyd. Joe wants to George fucking Floyd. Yes, sir. Let's bring this guy up here, okay? So, like, was he a high-degree Freemason? Supposedly they inaugurated him for his 33rd degree. He had, Ordo Seclorum tattooed right on his chest, order out of chaos, and this is the way that this shit works. So is this a high-degree Freemason that faked his own death and attended his own funeral at that? I mean, that's at best what this guy is. At worst, he's George Floyd, the meth head. So either way of the scale, why are we talking about a fucking criminal trying to cause civil unrest, sir? You're a fucking idiot. So I sit back and my head's spinning, man. My head is literally spinning at this point. So I gotta take it easy. I just set back into a lulled state of false report of racial unbiased situations resulting in civic unrest relying on the ununion implemented by the left, controlled through radical foreign powers and money drastically and savagely grasping at every side an aspect of control. And I'm brought back to a time when people got upon boats and floated far away from tyranny. But alas, tyranny followed, all right? And it was fronted on a foreign ground to that which that it had not known up to that point, sir. So the upper hand was granted unto the guerrillas in their warfare that had never before been known. And it forged our great land, the United States of America. And nowadays we stand so secluded in fear because there is nowhere to sail to. There's no fleeing the tyranny anymore, people. We have to stand up and bump heads with it. The tyranny has infiltrated our infrastructure at every level to the point where we are staring down our neighbors, thinking to ourselves, what side is that son of a bitch on? And God forbid if that motherfucker sneezes, I'm gonna mask his ass. 17%, 15%, Joe says. Yeah, I know numbers too. And mathematical terms, Joe. That's so fucking irrelevant to anything you could have even construed as a rational thought, sir. This guy. Come on. Wait. Let me see it again. Come on, man. Cocaine? I really wonder if people remember that Nancy Pelosi owns a container company. It ships containers worldwide. There was a big shipment seized from her container company by federal authorities containing millions of dollars of methamphetamines. I mean, listen, guys, look at me. I have hustler tattooed on my neck. Obviously, I've known a couple of drug dealers in my lifetime. Okay? I know what a drug dealer looks like. That bitch is not a drug dealer, sir. Okay? No, she is not. She's a fucking cartel boss, dude. All right? Do you guys know that Ghislaine Maxwell had a fucking submarine license? I mean, what the fuck are you people up to, dude? Smuggle much? Okay, so everyone I know owns a fucking island out there. So many names with isolated weird-ass places. Like, dude, have you even seen pictures of Little St. James Island? But never mind that. Let's go to Hollywood helicopter views of celebrity mansions and compounds looking like the Eye of Ra and shit. I mean, what the fuck? Dude, I know things have degrees. Everything has degree. My thermostat has degrees. Beating the crap out of somebody has degrees. Taking a life has degrees. Everything has degrees. I was in the Navy. I traveled on water. If you have something that can travel on water, there's degrees there. You got rafts, canoes, and then there's dinghies, there's boats, there's yachts, there's vessels, there's carriers. So when we get past mansion, a mansion's fucking big, dude. Okay? What the fuck is a compound? This is like Waco shit, bro. We're growing shit. Okay? You guys remember Waco? This was a bunch of folks chilling. They're like, God's great. Let's sing praises to God. We're growing shit out here, baby. Yeah, life is awesome. Boom, boom, boom. Open the door. Here's the fucking feds. Yeah, bitch. burn. That's how it goes down. Oh, and you remember the family that was killed up north? I'm not going to bring up those names. I don't want to get totally shut down. But they were killed over an indictment, a federal indictment that was later dismissed by the same agencies that killed them. Okay? After mom, dad, and kids were killed, the federal agents actually came forward and said that their superiors commanded them to execute the family by any means. Now I'm all like, yeah, this is kind of reminiscent of what Clinton's Grammy would be like or something, right? You know, this is the kind of fucking people we're talking about here. Now let me digress. And let's understand. No, no, wait. Let's understand. Hang on, that's not right. No, let's overstand. Damn you, Black's Law Dictionary. Oh, shit. I mean, I know it's the definition of the law that the police are taught, but how come they don't know what I know, and I tell them what I know, how I know it, and how they can know it, and they still don't even know what they don't know or why they even need to know it. Then I hear my constitutional right, and I'm like, you mean like your Bill of Rights? Or maybe you mean your unalienable rights that the Constitution was written to protect you from the government from infringing upon. And now Trump's back on with some truth. You know, he's talking about forest fires. Joe says, climate change, forest fires. And Trump's like, bitch, don't you read any fucking government reports, you fucking dumbass? We're talking about direct energy weapon technologies. We're talking about HAARP, all right? And most people think that this shit is just a tinfoil hat speculation conspiracy. Patents put in place by our government agencies happen to say otherwise, people, okay? Have you seen the pictures of California neighborhoods where houses are burnt but trees aren't? But wait, it was a forest fire. Why didn't the trees burn? Have you ever seen a microwave? I mean, most people have like 10 of them in their fucking houses, all right? What a microwave does is it moves around the molecules at a very high rate. It causes friction, which friction causes heat. It heats things up, okay? So let me explain this. If you point a microwave at dead wood versus live wood, the dead wood is going to burst into the flames long before even the moisture is taken out of the wood and depleted, okay? I'm not a fucking scientist, dude. I do not hold some sort of doctrine from Harvard or something, okay? I am just some stupid high bastard, all right? And I'm sitting here, I'm crazy, I'm reading government reports, I'm listening to Yale, Harvard, and Berkeley seminars to pass the time because I enjoy the slow motion fucking world you people live in, you know? What's the subject here? What's the subject? Oh, yeah, government. Government's the subject. So let's talk about it. Let's get it down to the fucking brass tacks, baby. Government. So 97% of the people in this world only control 3% of the economy because you can't call it money anymore. If you want to, go do some research on House Joint Resolution 192, okay? And then you realize 3% of the population control 97% of the economy. That's like if there's 100 people in the world, 3 of them own everything and impose their will upon the other 97. You understand? Now listen to this, bro. You could actually work 3 lifetimes. I'm talking about 40-hour weeks, motherfucker, 75 years, 3 times over. All right? Full-time paychecks. And you would still not make as much as what the Queen of England makes in 24 hours, bro. Swallow that fucking pill. Try to crumble that cookie down. All right? You do backflips and fucking try to fit into tax brackets with a half twist, bro. You're breaking your back. Jump through the hoop, little doggy. Right? Come on, man. You out of your fucking mind. You give up your major amount of time building some other motherfucker's dream instead of yours. And then you go home too tired to be there. The day you retire from that motherfucker, they go ahead and hand you a gold watch. Motherfucker, I'm going to be sitting at home and you give me a gold watch? You give me something that tells time and it's made of gold? If you would have given me the fucking watch the day I started, I would have never been late. And bitch, I just told you, this shit's gold, bro. You know how proud I am of this motherfucker? I will work so hard for the people that even gave me the opportunity to have this watch, bro. All right? I'll be a proud worker in that workforce. This golden prize of knowing what time it is. But no, I got it in the end. So that tells me exactly what time it is. The time is now. Man, these fucking pricks. I tell you this. I've been in private school. And then I went into middle school. I moved over to public. I never learned a new thing when I left private school, ladies and gentlemen. I was taught in 3rd grade to play the stock market and balance books. Okay? Your public children are not learning success principles. Ask any successful person, and I am sure they will happily agree that leaders utilize 3 things. There's 3 success rules. Number 1, use other people's money. Number 2, use other people's ideas. Don't reinvent the wheel. Why take out of your own pocket? And while we're on the subject, number 3, use other people's efforts, because, bitch, I'm rich, and I'm not doing a motherfucking thing. Okay? Sitting by the pool. Maybe sipping a Mai Tai, okay? Champagne. Waitress, take the schmutz out of your mask before you give me my champagne, please. And they do this in given order, okay, sir or madam? The guy that cashes the paycheck, all he is, he's part of the plan for the guy who's signing the check. If you don't make a plan, then you're part of somebody else's plan, brother. In order to do what most people can't, you go ahead and you do what most people won't, sir. Okay? That's what you have to do. You know what hard work pays off for? The slave owner. That's it. You never even clocked off the fucking plantation and they're telling it to you. You don't believe me? Refer to your social security number or your birth certificate. Okay? You know what birth certificate? It declares sellable goods brought onto the dock via water from the canal. And every item that comes off has a receipt number. An example, a social security number, because you came down your mother's birth canal and the government gave you a social security number. Okay, the doc signed off on it, didn't he? I guess it all comes down to the fact that you are nothing more than a commodity. You will be bought and you will be sold and you will be used as the controllers and owners see fit. Okay? That's what it is. That's what it is. So, fuck politics. Fuck the government. Stand the fuck up and start thinking for yourself. Critically think about the world around you and the information that they're giving you. Because most of it's a lie. Talk about deception and point out fraud everywhere you go to anybody you see, because it's quite apparent that it's everywhere, so it's easily done. All right. Well, I guess it's over. I guess I come back down from this political high I'm on. Ladies and gentlemen, I love you all. Love, peace, and blessings. I hope you enjoyed my severe little comedy bit that I threw at you. You have a great afternoon. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll talk to everybody soon enough. I love y'all.